So like the analytical chemistry, it is based kakhulu kuma experiments. Analytical chemistry is usually based at ama experiments, especially ama calculations esiwenza wonke, they will be based on ama experiments. So I think this would be helpful for ama experiments as well. Nanoma sesenza ama experiments ngale no Mr. Kuman would have an idea with what are we doing. So ama analytical experiment, basically any experiment with analytical chemist, it is to determine equality ne quantity ye substance. Ufuna ukubona ukuthi I substance yakho ingakanani quantity, so we'll be focusing on how to calculate ubungako bento be substance yakho. It can be either its number of moles, noma concentration, noma anything that describes a quantity, noma ubuningi be object. And then the other thing is to describe equality with what is this object, the substance made up of. But then let's just scratch this for now. So focus on the quantity of a substance. So masuke senza experiment. It's not always what you're gonna follow a manual correct. It can happen with there are experimental errors. So ama errors, it can happen. Well, they can happen. So basically, now in the experiment, you have a certain value that you measure. It's either a volume or you measure a concentration. Okay, you measure many things with analytical chemists, just like a titration. We usually measure the volume of NaOH delivered. All of that, we say that is known as any measured value, no my experimental value. So must measured value, ile value oyitholayo when you are measuring something, or after carrying out an experiment. For example, during titration here last time, we were measuring the volume of NaOH delivered using each indicator. Similar nalana sibiza ngani nge measured value no experimental value. And then kuba ne true value noma a known value. A true value or a known value, it is the value that you get by calculating. Kahle I chemistry is predictable. Now mix a certain amount of substance with another substance. You can calculate with how much do you expect to get. So a true value ile value oyitholayo through ama calculations. Angisho siyazi vele ukuthi if we use a certain amount of a reactant, we can get a certain amount of a product. So we have a certain value esiyaziyo ukuthi soyithola if we do an experiment. That is known as a true value. Noma it's a known value. Just like if we mix, this is more like a recipe kind of stuff. To those people who know how to cook, they know ukuthi if sithatha izimpuphu eziwu-2 mixing with amanzi, a cup eyi-1, sithola uphuthu oluyi-1. It's an experiment. You already know what is the outcome of mixing two things together. So the experimental value just tells you what you expect to get when you calculate. They say a measured value, it is the actual value oyitholile when you're doing it. So you know experimentally uzuthola uphuthu hlanza impuphu eziwu-2 namanzi ayi-1. But see, when you take the same reactants but then uthole uphuthu all less than 1, it means there's an error there. So kahle error is all about error occurs when experimental value noma measured value is different from a true value. Because the true value ilento expectile, measured value ilento oyitholile. So when there is a difference between those two things, we say that we've got an experimental error. So they can say errors, noma experimental errors, but it's just something that occurs when into oy measure is not the same as what you expect. So that's basically a definition of an error. Means there is a difference between the measured value and the true value. The measured value into oyitholile, the true value or into expected through calculations. So this is just to give an idea to say what do they expect during our experiments. So ama errors now we've got two types, ama systematic errors and they're also known as ama determinate errors. You can determine them. Ama errors lawa ungawenza if you are using wrong equipment. If equipment oyisebenzisayo kwi-lab it is not working properly. Maybe on a pH meter and you read a wrong reading or something like that. But as long as you own equipment engasebenzi kahle during your experiment, you can get into a systematic error. Or you follow a wrong experimental procedure. Maybe you are given a manual, they said you should use oxalic acid, but when I used oxalic acid dihydrate, Mr. Kuman, but whenever you are using a wrong procedure to get a reaction yakho, we know ukuthi uzokhanda uphuthi udinga impuphu namanzi, but muzosebenzisa enye into, you're going to get an error there. So that will be a systematic error because you have used a wrong procedure or you've used any equipment engasebenzi kahle. So lawo siwabiza ngama determinate error. So there can be instrumental error, noma there can be method error, noma any other personal errors. Instrumental just means that equipment oyisebenzisayo, the instruments that you are using are not working properly. Vele you are using wrong equipment to do the experiment. You are using a pipette instead of a burette, you get a wrong reading. Or you use a wrong method, it's just the experimental procedure, or any other personal errors that you might do, maybe interpreting the experiment yakho. So, systematic error are reproducible. That's one factor I would say. I was opinion. When you say something is reproducible, it means you can repeat it as long as you haven't changed something. For example, you do an experiment, wrong. Let's just say usebenzisa oxalic acid, ekubeni bathi sebenzisa ini? Oxalic acid dihydrate. You are going to do the error. Ubona uthi hayi man, i-true value ayifani nalento lena. You will repeat again using the same things. What do you expect? Same error will happen. So it means that the error is reproducible. It can happen again as long as ungenza njani ungakashintshanga i-error yakho noma i-equipment yakho. So basically, as long as you didn't detect the error, you can repeat the what? You can repeat ilonto njani. You can repeat error. So you must change something. So common example, systematic error. If a pH meter, interpreter pH, it is standardized incorrectly, it reads maybe 7.08. Then it's supposed to read 7.00. So it means that when you're gonna measure a value, but when you look at it, it will be a wrong value. Let's just say uthatha pH meter yakho, maybe it's reading ubani 6.00. And you know the pH meter yakho, it's a faulty equipment, it's not working properly. It means the actual answer here is not 6.00. The actual pH actually 6.00. It is actually ubani. It is actually 5.02 or something, because reading yakho, when it's supposed to read 7, yona ireta ubani 7.08. So there is something wrong with the equipment. If you keep using the same equipment over and over again, you will reproduce the systematic error. You will pinda it again, get the same results, but still it will be different from the true value. So it's possible for you to repeat and still get wrong answers, but they will be the same even after repeating many times. So systematic error, ilauma errors that are associated with a faulty equipment. I hope that is clear. Is anyone confused or I'm going too fast? I hope not. We have random errors. These ones are the most interesting ones. These ones are indeterminate errors. Ama-systematics say ama-determinate errors because uyakwazi ukuwa-determine ukuthi yini oyenzile inkinga. But ama-random errors, they cannot be corrected. They are indeterminate. You cannot determine ukuthi yini oyenze wrong experiment. So lawo ma-errors lawa amancane is those small errors that affect experiment yakho. So these are errors due to any uncontrolled variables. Maybe i-reaction yakho mele isikhiphele ubani. Okay, let's just say for example, uphuthu lwakho ulipheka ngamanzi ashisayo, abilayo particularly. And then when usebenzisa amanzi anjani angabili kahle. Let's just assume ukuthi into ongakwazi ukuyicontrola bakuneza amanzi angabilanga kahle. You won't be able to make the correct product. So this is just uncontrolled variables. Normal they can say uncontrollable variables. Mhlambe temperature for you to do a reaction, it must be 20 degrees. And when your room temperature is something like 25 degrees, so your reaction won't be efficient. Uzoba random errors. So there are very small errors that affect our results, and they cannot be corrected most of the times. Example, vibrations in the lab. Maybe when you are looking at your burettes lapaya, mhlambe let's just assume ukuthi khona i-vibration yenzekayo ilokhu nje iyashintsha thola ukuthi ekuqaleni uthola u-1.02 as i-volume yakho, and then after 2 seconds you look at it, hawu ngathi lento leyo 1.00, ngathi lento leyo seku-0.59, so it keeps changing, yabo. It's because of those vibrations. It's just examples of ama-random error. It's not something there's nothing you can do about it because into affects environment yakho yonke. So ama-random errors, they cannot be corrected. Just smallanyana errors that cannot be corrected. They are indeterminate. But ama-systematic error, it's either usebenzisa i-procedure wrong, ngikutshela ukuthi bilisa amanzi uyopheka uphuthu, or nithatha amanzi abandayo ufake impuphu. Ngeke kusebenze lokho. You are using a wrong procedure or you are using faulty equipment. Maybe upheka uphuthu lwakho mhlambe ngekomisho into kanjalo. But something that is systematic, you can correct it if you determine error yakho. Yeah, let's just hope that is clear. So those are the errors that we can have with experiment. I think we're going to look at questions just after my calculations. But systematic random errors. Are they confusing? Anyone confused? I assume we all kind of get it. Now, ama results wakho suwenzile, now you are done with your experiments. So we have got two terms, precision and accuracy. Precision says it determines irreproducibility of results, which is just how close your measured values are when you repeat the experiment. So precision, sesikhulumile nge-reproducibility already, sathi masithi into irreproducible, it means ukuthi you can get the same result again when you repeat the experiment. Maybe titration, if volume of NaOH, you got 11.17, that was the first one. Then you repeated the experiment, another trial, you got 11.23. You repeated again, you get 11.18. Lama result lawa, they are actually around the same value. So they are actually reproducible. That is why Mr. Khumalo we always take the 3 concord values. So ama results wakho suyanjani lapho are precise. Mase ama results are precise, it just means when you repeat the experiment, you get values that are similar to one another. You get values that are that are similar to one another. You do the experiment, you get 11.15, okay, 11.15. You do it again, 11.16. You do it again, 11.155. Those values are very close to one another. So mau repeat experiment yakho and uthola ama values acisha afana. The values are precise. The results are precise. But accuracy tells us how close are the measured values from the true value. Remember, a true value, you get it using calculations. That's your expected thing. That's your theoretical value. They can say theoretical, no true value. When you follow the right experiment procedure. But the accuracy will just want to see if we expect a certain amount, when how close is it? Is it accurate? So in a test, out of 100%, the highest you can get to 100%. That's the true value in this case. And then when you took the test and you got 85%, I want to say I'm giving you a blessing. You should get something like this. You get 85% in a test. You're supposed to get to 100. So do you realize your mark is closer to to the true mark, which is 100, the maximum mark. So you are a bit accurate. So the accuracy just tells us how close is the measured value from the true value. If we take umuntu othole 20%, which is definitely not you, umuntu othole 20% is very far from the true value, which is 100. So lo muntu lona une accuracy low. Lona une accuracy enjani high. If you repeat, let's just say lo muntu othole 20, uyayiphindi test uthola u21. Uyayiphindi test uthola u23. Do you see now that he has repeated the same test His results are very precise. Ama results wakanjani are precise because asondelene vele. But akusho ukuthi accurate. They are what? They are precise but they are not accurate. Accuracy sifuna ukubona ukuthi asondelene kangakanani nani i-true value. Precision sifuna ukubona ukuthi makaphinda lento lena kusondelana kangakanani. So umuntu can repeat the same test alokhu athole 20, 21, 23, 22, 20 again. Loyo muntu lona khona i-error ayenzayo. Mele alungise leyo error and then so that they can get the true value. So that's actually a cheat code to success. If you repeat something, you get a test, you get 20%, go do it on your own, look at the memo, you get 20% again, there's something wrong, change that wrong thing. You get 21, there's progress. You get 35, there's progress. You repeat it until you get something that is accurate. It's a cheat code to success, but looking at these diagrams, they can describe your precision and accuracy. So lama dots lawa, they are representing in your experiments ONZ. And then lana at the center we have the true value. So we have any the true value at the center. Okay, so we have the true value at the center. So do you see ukuthi lama dots lawa okwama results we experiment wakho? All of them are far away from the true value. And so wonke aqhelelene from the true value. So when you comment on the accuracy, there's what's accuracy injani low. Because these values, these blue dots, they are far away from the true value. So barely they are far away from the true value. And then are they closer to one another or lama dots, lama experiment? No, the experiments are not closer to one another. They are not precise as well. So low precision, low accuracy in this case. Lama values aqhelelene and at the same time aqhelele from the true value. They are not precise, they are not accurate. Not precise, not accurate. It's like you are doing an experiment. The first value about 11.17. The value yesibili kube 27.2.3. When the titration falls to 37.7, these are very not precise. They are not precise. Okay, so low accuracy, low precision. Diagram 2 is in a low accuracy, high precision. Do you see ukuthi lama values lawo aqhelile from the true value? The true value is at the center. But lama values wakho anjani? They are far away from the true value. But wona anjani? Asondelene. So they have got a higher precision because they are closer to one another. But they are not accurate because they are far from the what? From the true value. So there are a lot of mistakes here. Just like the person who writes the test and repeats it and still gets the same results, similar results, there must be some errors that must be changed. It can be systematic errors. Remember, some systematic errors, they are reproducible. Which would say, once you don't change something about a systematic error, you are likely to repeat it again. Uthole into enjani a precise, but isuke injani wrong, ingekho accurate. So you must change something here. Maybe you didn't understand something in the test, you change that thing. Amamark wakho ayanyuka. That's how it goes. High accuracy, low precision. High accuracy, ama values wakho asondelene nani ni true value. But wona lawo ma values they are what? They are far away from each other. Because these dots you can see wonke they are approaching a true value. They are not so far away from the true value. But wona on their own they are far from each other. So there is high accuracy here, but there is a lower precision. High accuracy, low precision. Lana high accuracy, high precision. Because lama values, all of them, they are approaching a true value. No matter a true value, but they are what? They are also closer to one another as well. So they are reproducible, they are precise. They are very precise ama values wako, and they are also accurate. It's just like this person othole 85%, or accurate in test A1. I pinned the test athole 95. I pinned athole 97. Leyo muntu ama values wake asondelene. Number 1, they are precise. Leyo muntu ama values wake anjani are accurate because wonke asondelene nani ni true value okuyi total 100. So precision, accuracy. That's the difference. At least know how to define it. I want to some diagrams kanjani bangawakhipha yini, but this is just the best way of representing into a precise and into accurate. Ngezwakala? All right. So now when it comes to calculations, Since we know ukuthi singawenza ama-errors, how do we calculate ama-errors? We have got 3 different ways of calculating errors that you have done. We have got an absolute error, we have a relative error, and a percentage error. So 3 ways of calculating errors: absolute error, relative error, percentage error. Absolute sisho into eyiyona exactly. Absolute error, you want to see ukuthi kahle kahle what is the difference between into engiyitholile nalento engiyi-expectile. I expected ukuthi ngikhande u-25 grams. When I did the calculation, I was supposed to get 25 grams of oxalic acid maybe, but I got 20 grams. What is my absolute error? 5. The difference between the measured value and the true value. Lama sign lawa is just to say that whatever answer that you get, make it to be positive. If measured value yakho, let's just say you were doing an inorganic practical, you were supposed to get akumawenza stoichiometry nani bekumele uthole u20 grams but wena uthole u10 grams. So absolute error will be just 10 minus 20. Yawona answer yakho izoba negative lapho. So lo absolute value lona uzama ukuthi noma i-answer uzoyithola la iyenza ukuthi benjani ibe positive. So 10 minus 20 is negative 10, but as an absolute error you make it ubani u10. Just say the answer here is equals to 10 grams with ama units to say what's your error. You have an error by 10 grams. Absolute error. Ufuna ukuthi into oyilindele nento oyitholile, how different are they? Absolute error. Error uyiyona just the difference. Then irrelative error is the difference between the measured and the true value, but relative to the true value. Kama elithi relative ngesi-maths just means divided by. So we can just sibambe ngaleyo nto sithi to find irrelative error sithi measured minus true value over bani over true value. Measured value, maybe you measured u10, you got 10 grams in the solution, but the true value that you were supposed to get was 20 grams. And then over what you were expecting, you were expecting 20 grams. So this will be your relative error. So now enye indlela to make things simple, yawona measured versus minus true, sithe uyini uyi-absolute error. So in case they give you an absolute error here, we can just say ukuthi lento lena absolute error over a true value. Absolute error over a true value. So makungenzeka ukuthi bayakunika absolute error. Ubona i-statement, it tells you briefly what's happening. If they say ukuthi the absolute error was 2 and then the true value was maybe 4, then uzothola relative error zobe absolute error over any a true value, because you know measured minus true lingana nobani no absolute error. Senzela ukuthi in case they don't give you enough information ungazoyiqala ukuthi when am I gonna get a true value ekubeni banginikeza ivalue eyi1. So if they give you 2 of these, you can get a relative error. Then irrelative error ungakwazi ukuyithola in percent nakhona. So the expression let's measured minus true over true, you can just say times 100 to it. Iyashintsha bayini by percentage error. So into yakho izoba measured ngama percent error yakho ukuthi error yakho ama percent awungaki. So you just be like, mina I measured 10 grams ku experiment yami, but I was expecting ubani u20 grams. Over I was expecting 20 grams, then this is times 100. Whatever that you're gonna get there will be your percentage error. It will be in percent. So these are 3 ways of calculating lama errors. Absolute error, difference between measured and true. Relative error, difference between measured and true relative to the true value, over true value njani. Percent error, relative error, and then in percent. So mawungakunikeza irrelative error, yonke lento lena uzovele replace nani naleyo number bakunika yona relative error, because you know irrelative error is measured minus true over true. So you must be able to be mathematically open to any combinations engashaywa we-test noma kwi-exam. But these are the 3 errors that we have and we can measure them. I guess I posted these notes at some point, so if you want to write extra things, you will definitely get the time. Okay, example, this one. The mass percentage of orthophosphoric acid is 85%. Students of UniZulu carried out a titration to determine the mass percent of orthophosphoric acid, and they got 67.59%. Shuti here, see what the mass percentage of orthophosphoric acid 85. Shuti, this is the true value. This is the true value of mass percentage of orthophosphoric acid. But after doing the experiment to determine mass percentage, you obtained 67.59. So we say this is the what? The measured value or the experimental value. This is the measured value or the experimental value. That's the value that's the value that you got when you carried out the experiment. So what will be the absolute error in that case? So we'll see measured minus true value. Measured value when uthole 67.59, but the true value that we're supposed to get was 85. So your absolute error there is 17.41%. In the first practical, I think they said calculated percent error. So you were just supposed to say measured minus true over the true value times 100. Percentage error leyo. Funibona ukuthi the actual percent oyitholile, how far is it from the thing that you are supposed to get? Mr. Khumalo then repeated the titration. Again. After we did it, he repeated it and got a relative error of 0.3. Determine the percentage error yakhe. Mr. Khumalo did the experiment again and he found out to see a relative error yakhe is 0.3 with no units. A relative error doesn't have units, by the way. A relative error is just a value. This one, it doesn't have units. Mawuzothi 10 minus 20, ufake absolute values, uthola ubani 10 grams over 20 grams. Labo gram bayakhansela, so it's something that doesn't have units. A relative error will be just something like, what is this? Is 0.5. It doesn't have any units. So after Mr. Khumalo did the thing, he found out with the relative error yakhe ubani 0.3. Find the percentage error. Percentage error njengoba sishilo ukuthi, this is another way of putting it to say ukuthi, if you know a relative error, once ungayi multiply ngo100, sekuyini? Sekuyi-percent error. So a percentage error will just be a relative error times 100. Why sisho njalo is because we know ukuthi a relative error is equals to this whole portion. Is the same as this whole portion. So once bangakunikeza a relative error, you just plug it in, you multiply nobani no 100. So error Mr. Khumalo was 30%. Percent error njalo. So there are 3 ways of asking ama errors: absolute, relative, as well as percent error. I hope that is clear. So I think we can look at questions on this. We can look for some questions. Okay, this is a paper from UniZulu. Here is question 2, 12 marks, a free 12 marks. 2.1. I sent it nase grouping, so you can look at it. It's written for CHM 211 supplementary exam. It was, I think it was a re-exam in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. So here is a question. All right. 2.1 says the color change of a chemical indicator requires an over titration of 0.07 mils. Namuza manfundi statement, please try to be careful to see what's in abagneyo. Don't just speculate or guess. So the color change of a certain indicator, it requires, should see a requirement lento len. So if we know we require 0.07 mils, that is the actual volume that we require, the actual volume is sitting high. So what can we say this value is? Is it a true value or measured? It's a true value because that's what we require. So this is our true value for the volume. So that is our true value. Lo require lo tells us ukuthi kahle kahle empeleni yini esiyidingayo noma yini esiyilindele. Now they say calculate the percent relative error if the total volume of the titrant is 90 mils. Lo 90 mils lona ile titrant esiyenzile thina. So what are we going to say? What is the name of this value? It is the measured value. Noma is the what? Is the experimental value. Ile oyitholile in actual fact. Shuthi wena, we know ukuthi you require 0.07 mils. But when the titrant, after doing the titration, it was 90 mils. So there must be some error that has happened. So calculate that percent relative error. Multi-percent relative error is the same thing as percentage error. Okay? Remember what is it saying? Upe laba vele bakucacisela kahle le percent error lena yani a relative error. But it's still the same thing. It's measured minus true value over true value times 100. So it's just that percentage error, the percentage error. I'm just gonna say a percent error will be equals to right, you say the percent error will be equals to E measured minus true. Percentage error or percentage relative error will be absolute value of E measured value minus the true value over the true value times 100. E measured value yethu sesiyidetermine lana sathi kahle kahle during this experiment the actual value that was measured was 90 mils. So this is 90 ml. But the true value, no matter the required value, esiyidingayo to titrate is ubani was 0.07 mils. There is a big difference there, so that's gonna give us a very big error times 100. So it's over a true value times 100. So 90, this is mils. So our mils also cancel at some point. 90 minus 0.07 over 0.07 times 100. What do we get as a percent relative error? 128%. Uban. Way, there's a lot of errors. 128,471.43%. So do you see a percent error it's a very big one because Tina we actually required only 0.07. Yena uthole ngaki 90 mils. It's a lot. 90 compared to 0.07, it's a very, very, very big difference. That's why the error is a lot here, a lot of errors that have happened. So you must at least account with what might he have done wrong because this error is too big. You can still see 90, no 0.07 is different. Please pay attention to AMA units. If they used liters LAN, make sure that you convert AMA values measured no true value. They must be in the same units because you cannot compare them if they are using different units. So we have 90 minus 0.07. All of them are in mils. So this is a very big error. So we already expect the follow-up question will ask us, what are those errors? Because we already see this is a very, very, very big error. Now, 2.2. Describe alright, they say describe the error that might have happened. What error might have happened? Describe at least 3 systematic errors that might occur while weighing a solid on an analytical balance. So describe ama systematic error that could have occurred. Remember, say ama systematic error adalwa yini? What did we say causes ama systematic error? Faulty equipment, angisho. So equipment, there must be something wrong with the equipment. But which equipment are they talking about? They say while weighing a solid on an what? On an analytical balance. Analytical balance, remember, it is sikhuluma ngale saskala ngisho sokuweigh mass. So what might be the mistakes there? What might be possible mistakes that the person might have done was actually i-value eqhelile abe ne-error ethi 128,000. What do you think might be wrong? The first obvious one is systematic error, say faulty equipment. So kumele usho ukuthi there must be something wrong with any analytical balance. Because some of laphaya ama equipment kunokuthiwa singasebenzisa ngisho, it's because they are not working properly. Some of the scales there, they measure the wrong mass. Ufaka imass enye uthola imass ehlukile. So the analytical balance may have ama error. Uba specific ukuthi manje sikhuluma ngani ngale analytical balance. Ungaveli ukuthi the instrument noma the equipment. Here they've told you specifically ukuthi you are using an analytical balance. So ama errors lawa bayakutshela ukuthi ama errors awenze while wearing the solution. Shuthi kahle wena ungacingi ukuthi mhlambe i-error uyenze ku burette noma uyenze kwezinye indawo. Uyenze kuphi ku analytical balance while wearing. Shuthi thola ukuthi wenze kahle i-experiment. But when he took his product when he took his titrant to the analytical balance, he used a wrong analytical balance. The one doesn't work. So the analytical balance yakho is not working properly, is faulty. Ayisebenzi kahle. What are the three possible errors that might he have done while wearing on the analytical balance? Any other thing, any other mistake engayenza ukuthi uthole imass enkulu kakhulu yalento oyiproducing? Experimental procedure. Okay, okay, now asizama ukuba specific a bit kule analytical balance ukuthi kule yiphi procedure engabe mhlawumbe lo muntu uyiviolateile la ku analytical balance kule yanto eweya imass. Maybe, okay, yeah. Exactly. That's one of the errors. So a procedure yokuwear siyazi ukuthi thina when you are wearing, you put a watch glass first, noma you put a weighing board, then you tear so that imass weighing board is not included in the solution. But lo muntu lona aye ku analytical balance, afake ilonto enjani, avele athele isolution yakhe afuna ukuyiwear. Afake nayo phakathi thola ukuthi isolution yakhe ku measuring cylinder, avele ayifake straight on a weighing balance. Shuthi the weighing balance will read in imass cylindrical measuring cylinder as well as the titrant. So there will be an added mass there. Thola ukuthi lento ayenzile lo muntu because ukuthola u90 ekubeni ulindele u0.07, it's a very big difference. And the measuring cylinder is a glass iyasinda. Thola ukuthi nje vele akatheranga uzoyinabo ikhulumi masubhala pha not tearing weighing equipment. Weighing equipment such as ilontunjani weighing board mhlambe weighing board akayitheranga. So it's systematic error. It's something that you can determine. If angalibona lelo phutha, when he does the experiment again leyo muntu he will first tear. So systematic error is determinate, is detectable, is determinate. What other thing might he have done on the analytical level? Ube nani? Yes, spillage ingenzeka nakhona as well. Spillage of i-titrant yakhe. Spillage of i-titrant. but this one isebenza kakhulu especially if you have got ama results amancane than lawo esiwalindele. Yena uthole 90 which is more than 0.07. Shuthi nanoma ichithekele emasayidini kahle beyiningi kakhulu beku mhlambe 120 wachithekele okunye. But this one is most relevant when it comes to ini if athole i-result enjani encane than ayilindele. It makes sense to say ukuthi okunye kuchithekele emaceleni, spillage just means ukuthi okunye kuchithekele emaceleni when he was measuring. Yabo. Yini enye futhi engenza ukuthi i-weighing balance ikhiphele imese wrong. There's one thing ekumele sibe careful nayo vele when you put something on an electronic balance. What else can you be careful of? Akwenzeka ukuthi mhlawumbe when you are weighing something utshe ukuthi abantu banganyazisa itafula. Have you never done something like that? Hey, something that's it's also ama vibrations. Remember ukuthi ilonto enjani i-weighing balance, analytical balance is sensitive kakhulu to small changes. So even if you tap nomunye kanjena, it's gonna read that as a mess, weighing down on it. So ama vibrations noma you can call them whatever, but then ama vibrations around in the surrounding environment. Ama vibration maybe in the surrounding environment might have caused ukuthi analytical balance iride into error. So they wanted ama systematic errors that were happening within the analytical balance. So at least 3 of them, you can talk as many as you want because ningi izinto ongazenzi ezingenza uthini thola imese wrong. Thola ukuthi you were supposed to use a measuring cylinder because it's convenient. When I use a weighing glass, I'm sure for measuring liquids, we usually require a measuring cylinder. And then when you take maybe a beaker, it's just gonna be, just gonna be something with errors, a lot of errors. So these are some of the errors that you can do. And 2.3, what kind of systematic errors are detected by varying the sample size? Imaphi ama systematic error which we can detect when you change a sample size. When you change a sample size. What other errors can we determine? Okay, can we detect? When we are varying a sample size, just means we are using different samples. We are using different samples. So maybe when you did the titration, you used 14 mils of C2H2O4. Maybe let's assume this compound exists. You use 14 mils at first. You used in second, now in the second experiment, you used 25 mils of the same thing. In the third experiment, you use a larger sample size. You keep on increasing the sample size. So if you are varying the sample size, either decreasing it or increasing it, what kind of systematic errors could you possibly detect? What kind of systematic errors could you possibly detect? Okay, I'm a method errors. Yes, you can even find the method errors here. Let's assume you used 14 mils of this compound at first, and you use the same procedure. Remember, when you change something for my experiments, the other things you keep them constant or you keep them controlled. So let's just assume you use the same compound, but you used 14 mils. The other one used 25 mils, 40 mils, using the same procedure. But the first experiment, ukhanda i-compound ehlukile from the second experiment, uvele ubone ukuthi there must be something wrong with the what? With the procedure. Yabo. So there must be something wrong with the procedure. So it can be a procedure. Remember, ama systematic errors, we have got 3 of them. Method errors, instrumental errors, as well as personal errors. Personal errors are just any other errors that you can make, that you can detect later on. Maybe it's your error when you were writing the statement. ufundile but you misinterpreted. So you decant the solution when you filtered the solution. Those are two different things. You get errors there, personal errors. So ama-systematic errors, I think since it's 2 marks, you can just state ukuthi maybe you can even notice a faulty equipment because of this of such. Especially if you are using the same equipment, but still you are getting the same results and lawo results are accurate. There must be something wrong with the instrument. You can detect that. So those are three types of systematic errors. So lena ke 2.4, it is based on statistics, which is what we're gonna do now. But ama errors, these are questions that you can possibly expect. But it's all about understanding what is systematic error. And mawenza experiment, especially people who are majoring in chemistry, let it not be all about doing the experiment and getting the marks, but be fully involved to bonusi. I did this. Okay, especially if you want to become a chemist one day. But if it's an elective, maybe you can do something to pass and end the module. But we'll try to explore tricks for those who just want to pass and let the module go away. All right, so yeah, that is ama errors and the questions involved in errors. Now we go to statistics, mind you. Now we go deep into the statistics of analytical chemistry. So whenever we are dealing with numbers, values, measurements, yonke into nje enento whereby you are measuring something, you are doing numbers or anything whereby you measure something, there must be statistics involved. There must be stats involved. So we have got 2 categories of ama measurements weight. So we have got a population, we have got a sample. In population, we are talking about all measurements. When we are talking about a population, we are talking about all measurements of an experiment. This happens if upinda experiment yako many times and you collect the values. Maybe when the titration, abanye abantu they are so committed to chemistry, they can, other scientists, they repeated ama experiment even 1,000 times, repeating the very same experiment to say, will I ever get a value consistent? That's how other people are committed. But now we do it 2-3 times, we are tired. But in population, so esibuka ama results wonke owatholile. This is when you do experiment many times, 1,000 times, 200 times, repeating the very same experiment. You will see what you would have a population of results. And then a sample is just a small portion of a population. Choosing our results you choose to just take out a small sample and look at it. Just like this simple image to understand is the second. We have got a population of a lot of people. We have got blue and red people. But this is a population issue. There are many types of people and they are different from each other. Others are blue, others are red. Is sample njani, so keep a certain type of people. In this case, you took out abantu abanjani aba red. That's a red sample. So a sample, you are taking out a subset. No, you are taking out a small portion of measurements from a population. So actually, a sample is where population. The population is measurements but a sample, you take out a small portion of measurements from the population. So a samples analyzer in told you out of 1,000 experiments, you only took results of 3 experiments. So 3 is a sample, 1,000 is a population. So that's just a population and sample. We are doing it so that we understand the state circle. Population is a sample. So now remember, sesike sakhuluma nge-accuracy, right? Sesike sakhuluma ngani? Nge-accuracy. Sazi accuracy sitshela ukuthi into oyimeasure far away kangakanani from the what? From the true value. Right? So what you have measured, how far away is it from the true value? But now you have got many repeated experiments. You repeat the experiment ngawungaki ngawu-10 and ufuna ubone accuracy yakhona. Thola ukuthi uthole ubani the first reading you got to 21. Let's just say you got 21 grams. That's the first value. You repeat the experiment, you get 22 grams. You repeat the experiment, you get 35 grams. You repeat the experiment, you get 40 grams. Do you see what you keep on repeating it and you are getting ama values anjani ahlukile. Uzoyijaja kanjani ke accuracy lapho, because if uzothi you have got many measured values here, how are you going to judge the accuracy? You must find a value, a partner part wabo. It's just like the class. If we want to see ukuthi how is the chemistry class doing in terms of their academics, we don't look at one learner to say ukuthi lo phase kahle lona lo failile, because we'll never have anything precise yabo. Because if you're going to take umuntu ono 20%, uthatha umuntu ono 98% and compare them to the true value, omunye uzothi chemistry class liyafaila, omunye uzothi chemistry class liyaphasa. So what do? You combine all the values, you find an average. The average yako, it tells you about the overall performance of the entire experiment. So basically, you are looking for a value that is in between all the values. Shuthi if sinabantu omunye othole 10 out of 10, omunye othole 0 out of 10. Okay, let's just say 20. It's fine. 20. Okay, let's just say out of 20 done. Omunye uthole 10 out of 20, omunye uthole bani 20 out of 20. To measure ukuthi labantu laba baphase kanjani all together, we won't compare using lo 10 or using lo 20. So bahlanganisa, then we divide by the number of them. Their number is 2. So the number there will be what? 15. So their average is what? Is 15. So lona onemaki elikhulu siyamehlisa, lona onemaki elincane siyamnyusa by the same value. Just like when you are sharing money, one has got 100 rands, the other one has got 60 rands. For you to be equal to one another, what do? Nayihlanganisa imali, you divide it equally. Same thing. So that's the average. So the average we told up by summing up all the values of the data. All the values of the data, you add them, you divide by what's mangaki. So add amamaki wonke umfundi, si divide by the number of learners to the average yakhona. But these days, taking a software that can do that for you automatically. So n is the number of values. So this is just a formula. Otherwise, you are just adding ama values on wama experiments wako, so that you can get one value ezokwazi uku-accommodate wonke, so that you can compare it for your accuracy. I-mean, sine sample mean, siphinde sibe nani ne population mean. Sample mean is just the average or the average value, the value in between for a sample, for a small result. Remember, a sample we are talking about just few results, whereas the population we are talking about many results. So a sample mean we are talking about the average of a sample. So we say out of all the learners, even though the class average for chemistry is 35%, there are few people who did good. We can just take them out as a sample and see senze njani sibahlanganise sibone average yalabo abaphasile ingakanani. That's a simple mean. That's a simple average. So you are combining a values of a certain sample. Out of the 35% average yala learners were chemists, we have got those who got less than that, those who got 10%, another one got 15%, another one got 20%. Let's just say it's 3 learners. Now, what are you going to do to find the average as a sample of those who didn't do well? You add 10 plus 15 plus 20, divided by ubani? By 3, because about 3. Or you can choose to take a sample omunye has got 55, omunye has got 67, omunye has got 97. You add 55, 67, 97. It's just a class of 6 people, for example. You divide by 3. Uzothola ini? Imini yabo, average yabo. So do you see a sample, we are taking a specific part. A population, we're including everyone. So a sample, I was with kabanzi in population. You cannot judge a performance a class by a learner that is not doing well or that is doing well. So sample is the sample mean, average of a certain sample. Population mean is the entire average of the entire population. Just like of the entire class is 35%. That's the what? The population mean. Whereas the sample mean for those who passed, uzoithola using, okay, using this, and for those who didn't do well, uzoithola using this. So it's not always equal. I hope we get the sense of a mean. It's an average value. It's a computer so that we can judge the performance of an experiment. Standard deviation. Deviate. How far are you from the mean? So a measurement of how closely packed the data is around the mean or around the average. Ufuna ukubona ukuthi ama results wakho asondelene kangakanani nani ne-mean, hayi ne-true value. Remember, mawubuka ukuthi ama values how close are they to the true value? That is the accuracy. But in standard deviation, you are looking at how close are your values to the what? To the average, to the value that accommodates all of them. Assume we have got this example which I put here, I don't know, 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, 6. Let's just say these are scores or whatever that is, whatever data that can be. It's no 4 grams, it's no 5 grams, it's no 6 grams. Just put units of mass. Now, in mean yalabo, what is the mean for this data? It's 5, Anish. You add 4 plus 5, 9 plus 6, you get 15 divided by 3. That's 5. So this is the value that is in the middle. That's the mean. So Lana, if you look, 4 grams, the first value, how far, okay, immediate to 5 grams. Now immediate. 4 grams, how far is it from 5 grams? It's only 1 unit away. Anish. 5 grams, how far is it from 5 grams? It's only 0. It's exactly 5 grams, Anish. And then 6 grams, how far is it from 5 grams? It is 1 unit as well. So to realize, you see, ama values wako, they are closely packed around the mean. They are closer to the average. Ama values wako asondelene nani ni average. The average akusiyona true value. Singalenzi leyo phutha. The average is not a true value. It's a value that we have obtained in between all the values. But if we take this data that has got 2, 8, and 20, average yakhona u-10, sino 2, sino 8, sino 20. Assume this is grams, this is grams, this is grams. The average for this data, you get that it is 10 grams. So that's the average for the data. 2 grams, how far is it from 10 grams? 2 grams is 8. Angish. So it is 8 grams to the left of ubani of 10. 8 grams, how far is it from 10? It is 2. 20, how far is it from 10? It is 10. Bukalan, all these values of the data, they are far away from the mean. So here, the standard deviation, it is way bigger. Here we have a smaller standard deviation. Learners nani, it's a bigger standard deviation. So a standard deviation tells you how close are my values wako, how closely pegged around the mean, around the average. So this actually tells us about precision. So a standard deviation ikutshela ngani nge-precision ukuthi how precise are your results. Because after all, if ama values asondelene ne-mean, shuthi lawo ma values anjani asondelene, they are precise. I mean, if sisondelene nomuntu oyi-1, it means that is sondelene. Okay, in humans it doesn't apply that way, but in numbers it applies in that way. Because in humans it's possible for me to get closer to you and someone else to get closer to you, but in humans. But in maths, if 4 is so close to the mean, which is 5, and 5 is close to 5, or 6 is close to 5, to 5 as well, just like my values won't allow, and a standard deviation in they are closer to one another, and a precision is high. So the smaller the standard deviation, the more precise your results are. So you always want a smaller standard deviation when you are calculating. Or 0, something, that's a small standard deviation. It tells you your values are closely packed around the mean, or they are closer to one another, they are very precise. They are more precise. But if ama-values wakho aqhelelene kanjeni, uzobona uma ucalculate standard deviation, it will be above 0.1, so 0.1, 0.5, or 10. It's a big deviation. I-deviation just means ukuqhela kwento. So here aqhele kakhulu from ini? From the mean. They are far away from each other as well. The standard deviation is big, but the precision is low. So they are inversely proportional. So yonke into siyenza nge-sample ne-population. Lana we have sample standard deviation, we have population standard deviation. Remember, in sample we are just taking out a smaller portion from the population. Standard deviation you calculate kanjani? You find the sum of x minus x. This is a mean. Yeah, this is a mean. X with a mean on top. Then there's a squared over n minus 1. U-x umele ama-values wakho. Is the number of values that we are talking about. X is representing the number of values that we are talking about. So for example, u4, 5, 6, kuthiwe calculator i-standard deviation ka4, no 5, no 6. How are the values away from the mean? What are you gonna say? You're gonna say sample standard deviation with a small letter s. Uzothi this is the square root of. Lo shuthi uzo-add lezo zinto lezi. Here there's a bracket. La ku-x you're gonna put ama-values of the data yakho. In this case, i-data yakho beyino 4, no 5, no bani, no 6. Shuthi you're gonna start no bani, no 4. Shuthi this will be 4 minus the mean. Umean wakho ubani? U5. Squared. You start with u4. Plus, lo sigma lo shuthi you are gonna add them from I to n. So, i-value yesibili ubani? U5. This is 5 minus 5 squared. The third value at data yakho ubani? U6. So this will be 6 minus 5. 6 minus 5 squared. Nako. Wenza wonke ama-values wakho uwa-minusa nge-mean over the number of values. Manga ama-values wakho? There are 3. So this is 3 minus 1. Whatever you're gonna get there will be your standard deviation. You can always confirm this in a calculator because the calculator inaso states automatically. I'm sure you know it from grade 12s and whatnot. But calculator yako ina option states. You can try look at that as well. You can just put ungrouped data yako and then izokwenzela yona standard deviation. Ukonfirma into ibhalile but substitution is a mark as well. So make sure you substitute kahle uthole answer yakho. Bese ufaka ku calculator iya-calculate uya-confirm ukuthi kuyalingana yini, iyafana yini. Makufana, then you already know that your standard deviation is correct. So i-deviation you just want to say u4 uqhele kangaka kuno5, u5 uqhele kangaka kuno5, u6 uqhele kangaka kuno5. All the values. This is a sample standard deviation. I-population standard deviation is the same formula. One more thing. I-population mean, i-symbol yakhe, u-micro, u-mu. U-mu, this symbol is for any population mean. Yeah, population mean. This is a population mean. I-sample mean is just x with a dash on top. So if you are told to into yakho yenza i-population, inama experiments amaningi, use this symbol for population mean. If you are told to say it's a sample in a statement, use this symbol for sample. So if you are told to into yenza i-population of ama values athile, you know what you're gonna do the same procedure. You're gonna do the same procedure is each value minus a population mean squared over ubani over capital letter N. But you will hardly use this one because our population, as I say, there are a lot of values, 1,000 values. I'm sure you're not going to substitute 1,000 minus population mean. All of those values are about 1,000, that will be a stress. So most of the questions are velangama samples. They'll just give you a sample of values, so you have to use this formula. Once they just give you to say, this is 4, 5, 6, 9 grams, all of those values, you know that it's a sample. It's just a small values. It's not really too many of them. The population is just of interest to know that equation yakho ne denominator. Low n lona is just the number of experiments that you have done or the number of values that you have. But I'll minus one if it's a what? If it's a bigger population. So we'll say, I think he also explained uthi why is minus one lana. One is the example. Someone who has got R1 million. If azolahlela ishumi kuphela, only R1. Loyo muntu is fine, he won't be a millionaire anymore. He will have 999,999. But i-impact azoyizwa injani? Ncane. But wena-ke ngo-R5 wakho kuthenga igwinya. You go and buy your gwinya lapha e-main gate. Having R5, walahlelwa ishumi. It's a no, it's a turn off. You won't get igwinya. So you see, small changes on small amounts, they make a big impact. So if you make small changes on small amounts, they make a what? They make a big impact. But if you make changes amancane on a bigger population, there will be what? There will be smaller changes. Fine, 1,000 minus 1. Inambe nkulu kakhulu leyo compared to ubani 100 minus 1. So that's just a big deal about minus 1 lapha lana minus 1. Here there's no need to minus 1 because it will make a smaller impact. So just catch this fact even for life. Small changes on smaller samples makes a bigger impact. So if you change something on that small level, you have a bigger impact. The following are the replicate measurements from the determination of lead content in a water sample. So now our measurements, they are replicate measurements. You have repeated them. Replicate, repeat. You have repeated the measurements, the experiment. You got these replicate values in parts per billion. That's the unit. Now ppb is the unit for each value here. Uno 30.2 ppb, 29.7, 28.6, 29.8 parts per billion. Now to calculate the standard deviation, the variance, and show the working. And now if the true value is 30 ppb, comment on the accuracy, comment on the precision. So comment on the accuracy, comment on the precision. So first thing, uthola ama replicate values. Uthola i-mean yakhona. That's the first question. Vele uzuthola i-standard deviation, you need the mean angisho. So first thing you find in the mean. The mean here you just gonna add ama values. 30.2 plus 29.7 plus local over the number of values. There are 4 values. So that will be your what? That will be your mean. Many even my units ppb. The units we mean, they will be just the units of each experiment. So this is 29.575 ppb, parts per billion. So in lena, mean. Then now you use the mean to find the standard deviation. Mean minus, okay, to find standard deviation, you see each value minus mean squared. Should see the first value on Ilana with 30.2, this one. So 30.2 minus the mean squared plus the second value 29.7 minus the mean squared. The third value 28.6 minus the mean squared. The last value 29.8 minus the mean squared. And then this is all over the number of values, there are 4. But minus ubani 1. This is a sample. Whenever you are given jama values amancane, it's just a what? A sample. The population so ibuka kuma curve kakhulu. This is just a sample. So there must be 4 minus 1. Then you get 0.685 as your standard deviation. So I don't know if the units are going to be affected there. ppb squared. I think it will still have units. Yeah. It will still have units of ppb. So in Lena, it's one of the questions that you can look at. And then if variance, it's one of the things ekhona nayo. If variance is standard deviation squared, should say square any standard deviation oyitholile. In that case isithole ubani thina u-0.685 parts per billion. If you square standard deviation yakho o-0.685, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get variance. So variance is just the standard deviation squared. So value yakhe standard deviation square uthola ini variance. And I hope that's clear. You get variance, you get standard deviation. Then last thing, comment on precision and accuracy. I-precision siyibona ngani? Standard deviation. If standard deviation sakho sivele sithi 0, standard deviation once singaba sincane, it means ukuthi ama values wakho they are not far from each other. They are not far from the mean. So ubuy standard deviation yakho sithi 0, so you already know that it's a very small standard deviation. So there is high precision there. The results are precise because the standard deviation is small. So a standard deviation, look at the precision, look at the standard deviation. Accuracy, look at ama errors wakho, how far is the error. The statement says if the true value is 30 ppb, comment on the analysis accuracy and precision. Remember sithe njengoba unama experiments amaningi wenzile lana, to find the accuracy wenza njani? Uzosebenzisa i-average value yawo wonke ama experiment. Angeke phela uthi wena low 30.2 useduze no 30, low 28.6 uqhelile no 30. So this thing is accurate here but it's not accurate here. No, you mix all the values, you find a mean. So you kind of try to see how far is this from the accurate one. The accurate value is ubani u-30. When your mean is 29.575. So they are quite close. I don't know is standard about 7 side, but this is quite accurate because 29.575 is closer to the true value of 30. But there must be a standard SHNY to say if it difference is 0.2, then it will be accurate. Maybe we'll try to get the standard to see what standard is our university using. But in general, try to see how far is the measured value. How far is the measured value from the true value? The true value is 30 parts per billion. This one is 29.575 parts per billion. So this is closer indeed. So that's slightly accurate. These results are accurate because the error is small. If you minus the difference, there is a small error there. There's a small error. So I think you can do even the example engalena. But the example engalena, I think it has got relative standard deviation. The last one, 2.4. Okay, so find the median, find the mean, find the standard deviation, and then also find the relative percentage standard deviation. Okay. Since I was told mean ngisho rate, you're just gonna add the values and divide them by the number of values. Learners know 850, 862, 849, 869, 865. You add all of them, divide them by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get mean yako. To find the standard deviation, you use that formula. 850 minus the mean squared plus 862 minus the mean squared plus 849 until you reach here. But the units is parts per million. Don't change the units. Keep it in. Standard deviation, mean. Median is the number that is in between. Right? Yeah, median is the number that is in between. So you use the stats here. If you have got even data, this is even data because it's now 4 values. So since it's now values are 4, so now how 5 oh nice. So good. You can group them into first 2 and first 2. The number between them is 849. So the median, I'm sure you must remember it from your ban. What happened? Arrange. Oh yeah, you arrange them into ascending order first. Hey, luckily we have got maths majors here. We're not gonna suffer as chemistry students. So you're gonna arrange them from lowest to highest. In this case, we start with 849, angisho. 850, 862, 862, 865, and 869. Should see you arrange them in 2, 2, and find the value in between. Arrange these in 2, arrange this in 2. This is the value in between. That's your median of the data. But if kulingana on both sides, what are you gonna do? If you have got 20, 23, 20, okay, let me just arrange it here. Let's see. If we have got 20, yeah, 21, 23, 24, what would be the median? How would we find it? Yes, we take the ones that are in the middle. I'm sure we can arrange 20 and 24 in one kanje. Sala u21 nobani no 23. What do? You add them, divide by 2. So your ungrouped data won't be a problem. So finding median, mean, standard deviation won't be a problem. Irrelative standard deviation, we're gonna do it after a population. We'll still come back. Sibone irrelative standard deviation. But basically, you already have a lot of marks so far. You already have a lot of marks from what we have done so far. So, to analyze the population data, we use Gaussian curves. So, a Gaussian curve, a simple. For questions were simple, you use values it's just a small set of values, subset of values. But Gaussian curve, we use them for a bigger population. So this is known as a random error curve. Random error curve. So in random error curve, it is just the curve that you obtain when you look at errors that happen randomly. Remember, random errors, we're looking at the errors that happen randomly, those ones that cannot be corrected. So you do it when you're analyzing a population data, not a sample. A sample as seen in a Gaussian curve. Lana, you have done many experiments and you get a curve like this. So a Gaussian curve in a relative frequency on the y-axis, in a deviation from the mean on the x-axis. A relative frequency, it tells you how many of those values are you getting. Just try and understand a deviation from the mean. That will be easier to start with. A deviation from the mean, since immediate we find it at the top of the curve. So this is the mean or this is the average. So maybe they can say the mean for the data is whatever value it is. That's the population mean. The mean is population mean. It's not a sample mean. Since the Gaussian curve is for any population, not for sample. So this is the sample mean. So this is the value that must have the highest frequency. So masibuka a deviation from the mean. From the average or from the mean. So masi exactly on the mean ganjena. When we are exactly at the mean, you know that the deviation from the mean is what? Is 0. It means also from a mean. You are exactly at the what? At the mean. Example, if we just assume our population to be this 4, 5, and 6, the mean we said is what? Is 5. U5 here, how far is it? How deviated is it away from the mean? 0. So U5 is your mean. So in actual fact, when you are having the mean, these values that you're going to find here, they've got 0 deviation from the mean. Our kelanga, they are not far away from the mean in any possible way. If you go to the left of the mean, you're going to read to say, this one will be 1 standard deviation away from the mean. So see, if ama values align somewhere here, the values that you're going to find here, you look at their frequency, uthi manga ilaw values. Todosi if frequency it is 0.12. So it means uthi in your experiment you found 0.12 values. Okay, that way 1 standard deviation from the mean to the left. Lo negative lo nishutini to the left of the mean. Lo positive nishutini to the right of the mean. It's just like you have got 40, you have got 39. You've got 41. U39, it is 1 standard deviation to the left of mean wethu ubani u40. Assuming also mean is the 40 in this case. So U39, it is actually -1 standard deviation away from the mean. And then U41, it is +1 standard deviation away from the mean, which is 40. And then U40, it is 0 standard deviation. So Mawya Ngalena, you are going to the left, the ones that are deviated to the left of the mean. If you are going that direction, you are going to the ones that are deviated to the right of the mean. So that's what we have. So we have x-axis, y-axis. So this is basically equation curve. It has got two things. Now, ama question curve, we can compare them and we can tell what's experimented accurate. So these two graphs here, we've got a red one. This one that I'm highlighting again in red. This one is a red graph. And then we've got this one in blue. So we already know that here there is a relative frequency. Here there is any deviation from the mean. So this is deviation from the mean. This is relative frequency. Curve blue. Number one thing, unjani? Mean yakhe ilana. This is the mean for the curve. And same thing, red wakhe, mean yakhe, it is the what? It is in the same position. So they've got the what? The same mean. Mean, we judge it on the axis that is parallel to the x-axis. So if you value mean, it's 20. It means you see the graph, this blue graph has got a mean of 20. This red graph has also a mean of 20. So they've got the same mean. So the average my population now 2 is the same. But our standard deviation, they are what? They are different. The standard deviation, sibona ngokuqhela kwama values away from bani, from mean yakho. So if we zoom in here a bit and try to do our values, and try to see standard deviation, deviation away from the mean. All right. So the mean is here, lana ku 0. So mean yethu ilana ku 0. Here is the mean. If you look at, let's just say this is -1 standard deviation. We are going to see lana the blue graph. The blue graph is the frequency ela mhlambe u 0.1. But the red graph, with -1 standard deviation, if frequency yakho told is something like 0.3. So do you realize you see they've got different standard deviations? Well, once you see different shapes, whereas then they've got what? Different deviations. So iyiphi graph more accurate? A graph is slim, a graph in a width encane. The blue one in this case has got a small width. If you look at width, this width, it is smaller. That one has less errors. IoT accurate has got what? Less errors. Because le graph lena is telling a precision kakhulu. Because it's telling some values of question lena. Accuracy, so ibona later. But for this case, we say both the graphs have got the same average, but the blue graph has got less errors. It means when they experiment quite a couple of times and got reproducible results, you found ama results as pinda. And remember, systematic errors are reproducible. So don't tell yourself, this one is accurate. No, it is precise. It has less errors. This one, red, it is not precise. Because the factor, le graph lena, it has got a bigger width. It tells us the values are far away from the mean. It is a bigger width. But this one, less errors, more errors. So the opener it is, no matter the wider the curve is, the more errors it has. But the slimmer the curve, the less the errors. Same thing here. We've got 3 experiments done. Okay, we've got 3 graphs obtained from multiple population of experiments. So maybe this was done by Mr. Kumalo, this was done by Mtsweneng, this was done by Professor Raj. So comparing these two, curve 1, lona omnyama, no curve 2, banemini efanayo because you can see they are in the same position along that axis engaphezulu. So they've got the same mean. But which one has got more errors here between blue and black? Blue has got more errors angisho because it's an open curve, it's wider. It's wider. But if it is slimmer and taller, it has got less errors. It is more precise. It is more reproducible. So jwayele wasebenzisa lawo magama wenza ukuthi mase besithi exam ngawo angasixaki. It's more reproducible, it is more precise. The standard deviation is smaller. All of those things are terms to describe curve 1. Curve 2, it is not precise, it is less precise. The standard deviation is bigger. The results are not reproducible. And then curve 3 naye siyambona ukuthi unemean ehlukile yena because imean yakhe would be found here at the top of the curve, approximately somewhere here. So it has got a different mean. Now, so you can compare different things. You can compare means, you can compare whatever that is. I hope that makes sense in your interpret. Our properties we quotient curve, simple to know. If population mean, it occurs at the central point of the maximum frequency. Should the population mean iyona mean sithola la at the top. So a population mean here to sithola kuphi at the top of the curve. Here. That is why bengithi mina mean yakho, it is the value that you get here. That's a property of a quotient curve. The other property of a quotient curve is to say ama deviations are symmetrically distributed about the maximum frequency. Which if you are looking at a quotient curve, this is the maximum frequency. Actually, this is the biggest. The biggest value at the mean. So if you're gonna look to the left of this and to the right of that, you're gonna get the same thing. Ama graph ngalena walo line and ngalena walo line is the same. So basically, we say the standard deviations are symmetrically distributed about or along the relative frequency. So standard deviations are symmetrically distributed. Then here we have got an exponential decrease for ama deviations above 0. So we say mawuqeda u0 ama values wakho they start to do what? They start to decrease. U0, it is the deviation here angisho. That's 0. After U0 I want to graph yakho. So this is a decreasing type of graph. So it means we have an exponential decrease, an exponential function, exponential decrease in the relative frequency. So these properties are also necessary to know. And some of the areas that you must need to know: quotient curve between -1 standard deviation no +1 standard deviation. Area for every quotient curve. This applies kuyo yonke quotient curve existayo. The percentage between these, between the first and the second standard deviation is 68.3%. The area that lies between the +-1 standard deviation is 68.2. Uthola kanjani 68.2? Shuthi one side from here to here is 34.1 angisho. And then from here to here it's also bani 34.1. Because remember, I said they are symmetrically distributed. Shuthi at one side you get the same area as at the other side. Symmetric distribution. Between -2 standard deviations and the +2 standard deviations, you have a total area of 95.4%. If uzosusa lo 68.2, uzosala no 26.4 or something like that. And if you divide it, it will be 13.6, 13.6. So the total between U+ and -2 standard deviations is 95.4%. Then between negative 3 standard deviations and positive 3 standard deviations is 99.7%. Which would say between this and this is only 0.1%, and then between this and this is another 0.1%. So our areas under a Gaussian curve. So 68.3% of the graph lies between the first positive and negative standard deviations. 95.4% lies between the second positive or negative standard deviations. 99.7% lies between the third standard deviations. For any Gaussian curve, it's a standard. And the equation for Gaussian curves, I don't know if it's necessary to tell, but you hardly use it because this is not really stats. Anyone to give me the equation? What is it saying, Gonja? Y is equals to e to the power 1. What is y? Y is equals to e to the power 1. X is something like that because we have population mean puzzle. Maybe something like this. But you will find out, but there's something but there must be some equation for a Gaussian curve. But I don't think it is something questionable. As in, I haven't found any question. But you just know the equation. Just go and try to look for it and know the equations. Now, just to conclude this, the statistical analytical chemistry. We can look at irrelative standard deviation, the coefficient of variation. So the last part we can look at, is the standard error of the mean. So a standard error of the mean is not that much something that must be worried about. Something easy to explain. So remember, sithe ama samples so athatha population angisho. Uzexplain a sample so see extracted from a population. I've made a couple of examples to say you can take out a group of learners from a population of learners. You can take out girls from boys. From a population of humans, you can take out girls from boys, you can take out boys from girls. It's a sample, that one. So if sina 2 or more samples, and then lawo ma samples anama average ahlukile, then sibanani ne error in the average. So if you take 2 samples and they've got different averages, then we have a sample, we have standard error of the mean. In a population of whatever, we can just say 20 grams, 40 grams, 30 grams. They say omunyathi 50 grams, 60 grams, 70 grams. And then since a population, we are taking this from a population. So now my samples is what extract high. Now my samples is what high from a population. Now sample 1. This is sample 1, the smaller sample, and then this is another sample, this sample 2. So do you realize, Utim, we've got 2 samples, but we took them from the same population. So these samples, are they going to have the same average? No. So there is a difference in the averages of samples taken out from a single population. So that brings us to a standard error of the mean. The standard error of the mean, no matter the standard error, or no matter the standard difference between them, means it's SM is equals to S over square root of N. OS is sample standard deviation. The sample standard deviation over square root of N. Ufaka N lapaya is the number of all the experiments that you've done in a population. So if they tell you, in a population of experiments, you have done 2,000 experiments, and sample 1, the average yake would 20, the standard deviation ethel. You can just say that standard deviation over the square root of 2,000 experiments that you've done. So i-standard error of the mean uyi-calculator for each and every sample abasuke bakunike yona. So uzofaka i-sample standard deviation over the square root of i-number of values in the population together. So if u-n wakho, if the number of samples is greater than u-20, if u-n wakho is greater than 20, then i-sample standard deviation is approximately the same as in i-population standard deviation. So njengoba sishilo ukuthi you cannot judge a class by only looking at one learner, but it can happen ukuthi the class did well. If it happens ukuthi in a class of 20 learners, all the learners others got 17, omunye got 18, omunye got 20. So you can say ukuthi in a population of all the learners, all of them, they did well. So we can just take out a sample of learners, sibuka mama kwabo, and there will be a great estimator of the performance of the entire class. So for this to happen, the value of n must be greater than 20. So the value of n must be greater than 20. So the standard deviation for every sample will be approximately the same as the standard deviation yani the population yonke, only if n is greater than 20. So this is known as a standard error of the mean. You just want to see how much errors does your mean have? How much errors does your mean have? Then relative standard deviation. In relative standard deviation, you divide the standard deviation, a simple standard deviation divided by the mean. That's a relative standard deviation. Whenever you hear the word relative, mathematicians, it means divided by, related to, with respect to. In this case, we are looking at what is the standard deviation with respect to the mean. So that is standard deviation over the mean. Irrelative standard deviation. Kuphela. Isymbol yakhona u-S on a subscript R. Relative standard deviation. Leyo relative standard deviation siyakwazi nokuyitholela i-percent. Masingabe si-multiply ngo-100, siyibiza nge-coefficient of variation. Or you can choose to, they can say relative standard deviation percentage of RSD. Njengakule question learn, bathe kule question learner for this data, calculate the percentage of relative standard deviation. Yabo. So afuna irrelative percent standard deviation. It just means the standard deviation, irrelative standard deviation yakho uyi multiply ngobani? 100. Shothi vele remember we had something like S over mean. Standard deviation. I'm sure obvious we calculated the standard deviation lana, you also calculated the mean. So the relative standard deviation percentage there is the same as the coefficient variation or of coefficient of variation, I think so. RSD will be what? S over the mean. So the sample standard deviation over the sample mean will be equals to whatever value ithole standard deviation times 100 njani. Whatever value ithole standard deviation uyayifaka lana. Whatever value ithole mean uyayifaka lana. You multiply that by 100, you get to RSD. So this will actually wrap up statistics in analytical chemistry.